The U.S. passport just stalled, and the UAE is flying past it. Emirates' Tim Clark says he's not going anywhere, and Expedia is racing to hire the engineers who can build its AI future. It's Wednesday, July 22nd. This is the Skift Daily Briefing. I'm Sarah Dandashi. Let's get into it. First up, the latest Henley Passport Index is out, and for Americans, it's not a great reading. The U.S. passport is stuck at 10th place, offering visa free access to 180 destinations. That's only one more than it had in January, and the U.S. now trails 36 countries, even though multiple nations can share a single rank. The bigger story is what's happening with the UAE. The Emirati passport just jumped to second place in the world, tied with Japan and South Korea, offering access to 188 destinations. Since 2016, the UAE has added 153 visa-free destinations. That's the greatest improvement of any passport in the index's 20-year history. Now, what's behind the climb? Years of deliberate diplomatic deal-making. Say that 5 times. The UAE has been building trade and investment relationships around the world, and open borders are one of the benefits. Singapore still holds the top spot with access to 192 destinations. For the travel industry, this isn't just a ranking story. It's a real signal about where friction is growing and where it's shrinking. American business travelers still need a visa to enter China, for example, where UK and Canadian counterparts now don't. That gap adds cost and lead time to trips that competitors can book more easily. So the takeaway here, a passport isn't just a travel document. It's a reflection of how the world sees your country. And right now, the world's view of the US, well, it's complicated. Next up, Emirates President Sir Tim Clark was at the Farnborough Air Show this week, and someone finally asked him directly about retirement. His answer, not yet. It's not time to talk about retirement, Clark told Skift. Succession is there. If any one of us steps out for any reason, there will be a closing of ranks and things will continue. Clark is 76. He's been running Emirates since 2003. Now, there were reports that he'd stepped down back in 2019, and he didn't. Then came the pandemic, and of course, he stayed. He's now one of the longest-serving airline leaders in the world. And Emirates keeps performing. Even with a full month of airspace lost to the Iran war, the airline still posted a $6.3 billion profit just this year. Clark's argument, when you've spent 40 years laser-focused on one model and it keeps working, you don't deviate from it. 2 internal deputies, Adel Al-Redha and Adnan Kazim, were promoted to deputy president roles last year and are widely seen as the succession candidates. But Clark's message was clear. The question of who's next can wait. And finally, Expedia just opened a brand new office in San Jose, right in the heart of Silicon Valley. Expedia's CTO spent 9 months studying how its 5,000 engineers use AI tools and found something striking. The top 2 to 5% of engineers aren't just a little more productive with AI, they're exponentially more productive. Some produce 5 to 10 times as much output as their peers. So Expedia's entire AI strategy is now built around finding more of those people, teaching their methods to everyone else, and giving them unlimited access to AI tools, what the CTO calls tokens to keep building. The results are already showing up. A checkout system migration that was projected to need 80 engineers and 15 months? One principal engineer concluded it could be done with 16 people in 7 months. It's currently 80% complete. What does this ultimately mean for travel? Well, Expedia is betting that the companies that win the AI era won't be the ones with the best AI models. They'll be the ones with the best people using those models. The Silicon Valley office is where they're going to find them. Well, that's it for your Skift Daily Briefing. For more industry news, head to skift.com. And as always, subscribe at skift.com/daily. Thanks so much for listening.